How's it going, guys? Bring Your Platoon here, and welcome back to another good and decent God damn it. Basically, two games put into one, call it a double feature, call it a set, do whatever you want. It's gonna be me in the Tier 9 British heavy tank, the Conqueror. And the first map we're gonna be on is Prokhorovka, and the second map we're going to be on is... I can't really check right now, but we'll get to that. But yes, this map is not great, especially because it's pretty much a wide open map. It's built for heavies, and, well, I am a heavy, but it's built for mediums with high speed and light tanks, just because they can be a constant annoyance. And as you can see, I have the ×3 XP reward on for doing the what is it, the alpha, what are we in now, spring games or something like that? No, not spring, I don't know. We're in something, and for doing a certain stage of that something, it's given me a temporarily ×3 bonus reward boost. And I also have a ×10 crew boost on as well. So another thing to add to this is that my crew, as of right now in this tank, because the the contract that I'm doing, the Chisel, requires you to play British, American, or mercenary heavy tanks, medium tanks, or light tanks in tier 9s and 10. I needed more tanks to use for the contract because using the same 6 or 7 tanks was getting old, so I moved some crews around and I'm retraining them so that I have a better variety to use for said contract. Every day I just do the daily doubles, and after that I play a little bit more if I feel like it, or if I don't, I just stop playing for the day. It's really helping with my morale, and it just will enable me to get the contract done with as little stress as possible. Jesus Christ, English is hard, apparently. But yes, the Conqueror, it's not a hard tank to play. You get hull down, you use your gun depression to look down on people, literally look down on them, and then there's very little that they can do other than pen your mantlet weakness straight on, and even then it's kind of a small area to pen, so good luck on them. Or your turret ring with premium ammunition. So, good luck for them. Other than that, they can not pen your upper plate unless they have extremely big high caliber guns with lots and lots of pen. But yes, it's a good tank. It fires every 9 seconds without the T on it. And I have a vertical stabilizer, gun rammer, and vents on, I do believe. And we're going to dick on this Oni, a tank that I just recently put out a video for. And yeah, if you don't know, don't go down the Japanese heavy line unless you hate yourself. Why is that, you may ask? Well, because anyone who loads premium, usually, in their tanks of similarly tiered vehicles, can pen you. Anywhere in the front, anywhere in the turret, in the chassis, doesn't matter. If you try side scraping in a Japanese heavy tank, they're called super heavies for whatever reason further up the line, but it's just in name only. They have literally no purpose in the game other than to force people to shoot premium at them and to be bullet sponges. And if people don't shoot premium at them, or they can't afford to, well, you better get to the side and shoot a little high, otherwise it's going to get absorbed into its spaced armor, and yeah, you're not going to damage it. So, good luck with that. But, again, I say their armor is just an illusion. If you have premium rounds, you should have no problem dealing with the OHO, the Type 5 Heavy, the Type 4 or Type 5 Heavy, and etc. But, yeah, they're joke tanks. Very easy to 3-mark if you derp constantly, but they are just boring to play. And boring to do well in. They're just not that fun, in my opinion. But I'm sure there's people who very much enjoy them, and to those people I say, sorry, not sorry. But, yeah. Good tank, the Conqueror. Oni, not so much. It's got a 258 millimeters of pen for its standard AP rounds and 326 for its premium APCR rounds. and 130 millimeters of pen. 120 for the Hesh, I do believe. I might be wrong, but around there for the Hesh, the quote-unquote high explosive British rounds, which do 480 instead of 390, unless the no, 515 maybe. I don't remember, but it's a great tank, and I do believe, yeah, we're in a top tier matchup, meaning that I, a tier 9, there's no tier higher above me in this match. If you don't know that already, well, get used to it. Just get with the terminology for me for a second. But this Tortoise thought it was a grand idea to snipe in the back all game, and while he's not wrong, he's quite the DPM machine. I know that I have two light tanks behind me. Oh god, I thought one of them was a medium. Okay, so this was kind of stupid in what I do here, but they do have 3 arties, so I figured I had to be aggressive, otherwise they would dick on me. I know at least 2 of them are right past this hill that the Tortoise is kind of guarding, and I missed there. That was pretty stupid, but he misses too, so thank god for that. I was afraid of the arty rushing me, but I knew if they did rush me, the 2 light tanks would hopefully take them out, so I feel pretty safe right where I am. But if I had stayed back there, then it's very possible that an arty in K1 probably would have dicked on me. I'm sure he still can dick on me through the bridge, but it'd be miraculous and very RNG based, whereas staying back where the hill was, he would have a pretty much easy shot into me. So that's what the logic was behind what I'm doing right now. I think he has the small gun on. I could be wrong though. Will you pen me? No? He's got to have a damaged gun for the way that he's shooting right now, because honestly, what the fuck just tried to hit me? Oh. What? Did our arty try to help out with that Tortoise and hit me instead? I'm very confused. Or was it the FB trying to get a free shot on me? Either way, pretty funny. I got a Hesh loaded because there's a tier 9 Waffle. One of their arties finally hits me in the gun, damaging it, and I do believe that, yeah, I already used my large repair kit, so that kind of sucks dick. But the cool thing about this tank is that its gun accuracy is phenomenal. It's .33, if I'm not mistaken, or .34, either way. It is very accurate indeed. And then, of course, there's the FV again, and miraculously the Hesh hits him right on the ass end of the tank and kills him for a high roll. The AMX-30 just shot under me. I don't know if you see that, or saw that, rather. But that was a trick shot. Good for him. I'm the only real tank on the team right now. My 2 arties are left, and I am at a very good chunk of my health with a respectable amount of damage in tier 9. And it's amazing what you can do when you actually put some brain cells behind the thought process in World of Tanks, because, yeah, one could say that I was being very defensive throughout the entire game. My team was arguably being too aggressive, because I was using my armor the way it was intended to be used, and since this guy can auto-bounce 120 millimeters in the front, I just decided to load APCR. That sentence didn't make sense, because if it was going to bounce, it was going to bounce anyway. I figured more pen was good for whatever reason, just because I don't like using the last AP round, apparently, and he gets dicked on by one of my artilleries because he's a French tank and has no armor, and just like this guy, he puts a heat round into me. Very nice on his part. I'll get a high roll for 483, I think that was, and then, oh, Artie, please rain the cancer. And what happens? Yeah, that's a shame. Poor tier 9 Waffle. If you were a bit more aggressive and risked more of your HP, perhaps you could have outskilled the fuck out of me with your alpha. But it's doubtful, as I would have heshed into you for at least 500 damage. Well, I would hope RNG would be on my side for that. Every shot, and his HP would be nothing in a matter of seconds. So, yeah. Sad story for him. I did lose the 3rd mark of excellence, whatchamacallit, but not by much. It's still very close to the 95% point. So that's pretty uplifting, I guess. And now we're going to make our way to... Look at my fucking team. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Oh, people love to suck in this game, I swear. But now we're going to be on Overlord, so that's cool, I guess. I Do I like this map? Eh, I mean, I could take it or leave it. I really only go down the 4 and 5 lines. To be honest, I usually do well there just because of how many angles you can dick on the enemy and how... Yeah, the hill that I use if I spawn in the south is like at F... Jesus Christ, Justin, stop adjusting your camera. Is F4 or F5. I just go up and down that hill, dicking on enemies as I see fit, and it usually works out. And, I don't know. I don't really have much luck going down the 890 lines. I just don't. I don't like going up to the hill on the E line because then Artie can dick into you, and camping TDs can hit into your side turret. So that's fun, to be Death Starred from somewhere you can't even see, or heated by a Grill 15, or pretty much any tank destroyer in the game can premium through any turret. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, don't like being aggressive on the hill. Just like letting them come to me and throw their HP away. It's pretty funny, especially if you're in like a Russian medium or an M48 Patton. Just pretty much anything that can get hull down or side scrape. It's pretty funny. But yeah, Artie's a problem on this map just because in a standard battle, I'm telling that charioteer, I believe it was, to not go down the hill by waving my gun back and forth, like saying no. And neither of them listen to me, and instead they go down there, and it just spells doom for them because as soon as you go beach, you give up the base. You give up everything. You give up the chance to run away because as soon as they overwhelm your forces down at the beach, you can't do anything if you're already in E2, unless you're in an extremely fast tank like a light or a bat chat. You just can't get away, and they hit you bum as you try, and you just throw away your HP, and even then you still have to get up the C-line hill or the A-line hill, and by that time you've been destroyed. So going beach is very risky. It can be, you know, a decent payoff if there's no Artie on the beach targeting you, or Death Stars or shit barns, but look what I can do up here for all the idiots that go to the beach. Very bad shot by me there. Well done, go me. But even going past the point that this Object 277 is going past, it's like, ooh, what can I do? Oh, that's a shame. That one actually almost missed, so yeah, I'm bad apparently. But I know I can overmatch the roof of his engine regardless of how much he angles it, so that's pretty fucking funny. As it is only 27 millimeters in protection? I don't know. But yeah, that's overmatchable by any gun that is 17 times 3, 27 times 3, 54, 71 millimeters or higher. Pretty funny indeed. But yeah, he's dead. I now have 1200 damage. It's not that great, so I'm just going to keep staying here and wait for them to advance, because when they do, I can just use my gun depression and dick on them from afar. And oh look, light tank's out in the open. I'm going to snapshot because this tank is really good at it. And I will also remind you that I only have 2 skills on this tank at the moment, and that, well, I guess 3 now. But 6th Sense, obviously, track repair, and repairs. This is not the crew I used to 3-mark this tank. It is just a crew that I threw on it because I needed to add more tanks to my reservoir to do the contract for the chisel. And the M60 put a shot into me. I really didn't care that I took the hit there. I defend the enemy M60 in front of me from getting hit because one of my allied tanks shoots me in the back of the turret. So that's pretty cool. Now, I'm tempted to fall back. We're pretty even right now as far as the enemy team lineup and the allies that I have left, but it feels a bit off to me because I didn't see a lot of people go above the hill, so I'm assuming there's a good chunk of them. Oh no, wait, that wasn't a charioteer earlier that I was waving my gun to. It was the Conway, and he's actually going to be a key component to winning this game because up until the last moment he's pretty fucking useless the entire game. I get that the Conway isn't that armored anywhere, but the way he uses this thing is pretty cowardly, if I might say so myself. One, you're going frontally against one of the bigger guns in the German line right now, and you're expecting to do what to him? I think he even has the big gun on. And RNG, we are going to have to put that restraining order on you, because this is horse shit, as you are not allowed to fuck me that hard unless I actually consent to it. So if you could stop doing that, that'd be just wonderful. But yes, could you please stop fucking me? And Wargaming, could you fix the collision models for this? Okay, I was gonna say the Conway just dicked into him for 700 damage plus, but no, it was the Grill 15, and the Grill 15 is the real hero because unlike the Conway, he's not a bitch. Yeah, he's going in a not very strategic position. If the enemy would have capped here, I could have done very little to win this, or to help my team win this. But instead, they got greedy, and they went for damage, which is actually what I prefer anyway, but I die. Spoiler alert. I track him. That's pretty sad that I didn't damage him, but my timing was perfect, so it's whatever. But yes, bad things happen to my tank. I'm just trying to get damage wherever I can as they start charging us down the hill. And, of course, the Conqueror dicks into me. I'll dick into this T-54 Mod 1 with my premium ammunition, because why not? And yeah, of course their Conqueror is like 1700 health and very healthy. And oh look, the machine. I don't have the gun elevation to aim up at him, so I just kind of ignore him the entire time. I think the Grill has phenomenal gun elevation, but I could be wrong. I should have focused this Conqueror more, but he's doing exactly what he should be doing and just focusing me down because I am the biggest threat on this hill. And I am just, once again, I'm just throwing my gun at anything in front of me, disregarding my HP. He bounces for whatever reason there, and I'm thinking that if that light tank rushes me, I can at least finish him off. And this Conqueror is just, he's playing this excessively well, being as aggressive as possible, not caring about getting hit by the Grill. He doesn't kill me, but the person with 200 IQ, the T-54 Mod 1, manages to put a shot into my lower plate when he couldn't that entire other time. So, that's cool. Oh no, look, it's the hero at 100% health who miraculously didn't ram himself to death on the way down. This guy is the epitome of cowardice and stupidity in this game. Epitome? Did I say that term right? But, like, he very easily could have missed that shot. I know how bad the aiming bloom is on that tank, and I think he's using the big gun. I could be wrong, though. No, he's using the 120mm. But either way, the gun bloom on that thing sucks dick, and it's got no armor anywhere. I'm just telling this guy to fall back, but I don't realize that his engine is damaged. And the Conway, it's not a very fast tank to begin with, nevertheless with a broken engine. But he's trying to hatch pick the Conqueror, and if he was smart, he would probably DPM the Conqueror to death, but that's hard to say because the Conqueror could just load Hesh and high roll the shit out of the Conway. So I honestly didn't know what the right move was here. And for all the good moves, the of course the enemy already kills himself, and then he puts a premium round into the Conqueror saying, fuck accuracy, if I load my 311 pen, or is it 326 pen? Either way. APCR rounds, there's no way he can bounce me in his upper plate. So that's exactly what he does. And yeah, anyway, the Conqueror, for all his great moves against me, being aggressive and all that, decides to rush the Conway, saying to himself, there's no way I can fuck this up. And he just gives his HP away to the Conway. I'm happy we won, but we shouldn't have, in all honesty. Look at the team again. Tell me that's not cancer. Like, the Grill did good work. The machine did, alright, I guess. But 80% of my team didn't exceed, or 90% of my team didn't exceed their hit points. Like, it's quite sad how people get this high in tiers in the game, and they still don't know how to play it efficiently. I've had bad games myself, where I've loaded in, I've tried to go to a flank overly aggressively, and instantly got shit on. I have points where I don't have map awareness. I also have points where I think I'm invincible because I'm in a T-32 and I'm hull down, and then already dicks on the roof of my turret for a grand. So, that's cool, but I get it. Bad things happen, even to good players, all the time, and RNG sucks dick, but for the people who consistently do under their HP and damage, who still don't get the grasp of a game, and how just because you're in German armor doesn't mean you're invincible, or just because you're in a Japanese heavy that has insane amounts of armor, people can still damage you super easily with a simple press of a button. Heat pens at 85 degrees, APCR does not. It overmatch mechanics, people don't know the basics and therefore should not move up in tiers until they understand. If your win 8 isn't a certain level, you shouldn't be able to move up in tiers until you get the basics of the game, but it's free to play. But I wish they would implement some sort of system like that, because that would make the people who are actually halfway decent, they would give them a decent challenge and let them play with other people of the same amount of skill. The steamrolling games would stop being so consistent and annoying unless it was just like a random circumstance where all of the team goes one way. But if people who are playing know what they're doing, obviously that won't happen. But maybe it still would. It probably still would, because people are idiots. But hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Sorry it was getting a little ranty at the end. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.